Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaj's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Krishna Chaitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jaya Pataka Swami Maharaj on October 8th, 2020 in Sri Mayapur, India.
Amahakavativachalam Rangulang Ayategaram Yatipatamahan Vande Srigaram Dinatadiram Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishram Harihi Om Tat Sat. The chapter entitled.
So the chapter today is entitled as Advaita Acharya feeds Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda and all the devotees.
Starting off from the middle.
So we are starting off from the middle, from where we left yesterday.
Govardhanaram Vande
Govardhanam Dharam Vande
Gopala Goparupinam
Gopalam Goparupinam
Gokulatsavam Ishanam
Gokulotsavam Ishanam
Govindam Gopika Priyam.
Govindam Gopika Priyam.
চৈতন্য চরিতামৃত নৈবেদ্য ওপরে তুলসী ও তৎসহ আচমন জল প্রদান। অন্ন ব্যঞ্জন ওপরে দিল তুলসী মঞ্জরি, তিন জল পাত্রে সুবাসিত জল ভরি।
Upon the stack of boiled rice and all the vegetables were flowers of the tulsi trees. There were also pots filled with scented rose water.
তিন শুভ্র পেট তার উপরে বসন, কৃষ্ণের ভোগ সাক্ষাৎ কৃষ্ণ করাইল ভোজন।
There were 3 seating places where soft cloths were placed. Thus Lord Krishna was offered all the food, and the Lord took it very pleasantly.
In Santipur, a Sri Prabhu Vishram Stan is still there.
In Shantipur, the 3 Prabhus Vishram Stan is there.
Where Lord Chaitanya Nityananda and Advaita took prasad.
Where Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda and Advaita took prasadam.
So people go and see that place.
So people go and see that place.
স্বয়ং আরতিক সম্পাদন ও স্বগণ প্রভুগণের দর্শন। আরতির কালে দুই প্রভু বলাইল, প্রভুর সঙ্গে সবে আসি আরতি দেখিল।
It is the system after offering food to perform Bogha Arati. Advaita Prabhu asked the 2 brothers, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, to come see the Arati. The 2 lords and all other present went to see the Arati ceremony.
ঠাকুরের শয়নদান। আরতি করিয়া কৃষ্ণ করালো শয়ন, আচার্য আসি প্রভুরে তবে কইলা নিবেদন।
After Arati was performed for the deities in the temple, Lord Krishna was made to lie down to rest. Advaita Acharya then came how to submit something to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
This ceremony is performed in our temples.
So this ceremony is performed in our temples.
We offer bhoga and then we offer arti after the bhoga is offered.
So we offer the bhoga and we offer arati after the bhoga is offered.
And then, after when the temple is closed, we put the deities to sleep.
And then when the temple is closed, we put the deities to sleep.
For afternoon snap.
For afternoon snap.
Nap or snap.
Nap.
দুই প্রভুর গৃহমধ্যে ভোজনার্থে গমন গৃহের ভিতরে প্রভু করুণ গমন দুই ভাই আইলা তবে করিতে ভোজন
Shri Advaita Prabhu said, "My dear lords, kindly enter this room." The two brothers Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu then came forward to take prasadam.
মুকুন্দ ও হরিদাসকে আহারে অনুরোধ সত্ত্বেও তাহাদের মর্যাদা রক্ষা ও দৈন বিনয় মুকুন্দ হরিদাস দুই প্রভু বলাইল জোর হাতে দুইজন কহিতে লাগিল
When Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu went to accept the prasadam, they both called Mukunda and Haridas to come with them. However, Mukunda and Haridas, both with folded hands, spoke as follows.
মুকুন্দ বলে মোর কিছু কীর্ত নাহি সরে পাছে মই প্রসাদ পামু তুমি যাও ঘরে
When Mukunda was called for, he submitted. My dear sir, I have something to do that is not yet finished. Later I shall accept the prasadam. So you, two Prabhus, should now please enter the room.
হরিদাস বলে মই পাপিষ্ট অধম বাহিরে এক মুষ্টি পাছে করিমু ভোজন
Haridas Thakur said, I am the most sinful and lowest among men. Later I shall eat one palmful of prasadam while waiting outside.
The Haridas Thakur was being very humble.
So Haridas Thakur was being very humble.
He presented himself as the most sinful and lowest among men.
He presented himself as the most sinful and lowest among men.
Actually, he was a pure devotee chanting 300,000 names of Krishna a day.
Actually, he was a pure devotee chanting 300,000 names of Krishna a day.
But being born in a non-devotee family, he considered himself very fallen.
Because of being born in a non-devotee family, he considered himself very lowest. Although Hindus and Muslims lived together in a very friendly manner, still there were distinctions between them. The Muslims were considered Yavanas or low-born, and whenever a Muslim was invited, he would be fed outside of the house. Although personally called by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu to take prasadam with them, still, out of great humility, Haridas Thakur submitted, I shall take prasadam outside of the house. Although Haridas Thakur was an exalted Vaishnava accepted by Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nonetheless, in the order not to disturb the social tranquility, he humbly kept himself in the position of a Muslim, outside the jurisdiction of the Hindu community. Therefore, he proposed to take prasadam outside the house. Although he was in an exalted position and equal to other great Vaishnavas, he considered himself a papishta, a most sinful man, an adhama, the lowest among men. Although a Vaishnava may be very advanced spiritually, he keeps himself externally humble and submissive.
বৃন্দাবনীয় লীলার পুনরাবৃত্তি। মধ্যে বসিলেন প্রভু নিত্যানন্দ সঙ্গে, চতুর্দিকে সর্বগণ বসিলেন রঙ্গে।
The Lord sat down in the middle with Nityananda.
Lord Chaitanya sat down in the middle with Lord Nityananda.
Lord Chaitanya sat down in the middle with Lord Nityananda.
And all the devotees happily sat around them.
And all the devotees happily sat around them.
সর্বাঙ্গে চন্দন প্রভু প্রফুল্ল বদন, ভোজন করেন চতুর্দিকে ভক্তগণ।
Lord Chaitanya's entire body was covered with sandalwood paste.
Lord Chaitanya's entire body was covered with sandalwood paste.
His face was fully blossomed.
His face was fully blossomed.
So the Lord then began to take prasadam.
So the Lord then began to take prasadam.
In the midst with devotees on all sides of him.
With devotees all sides of him.
Like the pastime in Vrindavan, when Krishna and Balaram would take their lunch in the forest.
Like the pastime in Vrindavan, where Krishna and Balaram would take their lunch in the forest,
surrounded by the other cowherd friends.
Surrounded by the other cowherd friends. Chaitanya Charitamrita.
প্রসাদ দর্শনে প্রভুর আনন্দ ও অদ্বৈতকে সম্মান। দুই প্রভু লইয়াচার্য গেলা ভিতর ঘরে, প্রসাদ দেখিয়া প্রভুর আনন্দ অন্তরে।
Advaita Acharya took Lord Nityananda Prabhu and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu within the room, and the two lords saw the arrangement of the prasadam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was especially very pleased. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased because he saw how nicely so many varieties of food were prepared for Krishna. Actually, all kind of prasadam are prepared for Krishna, not for the people, but the devotees partake of prasadam with great pleasure.
Krishna is so kind that he gives prasadam to the devotees.
Krishna is so kind that he gives the prasadam to the devotees
After he has eaten.
after he has eaten.
So this way, devotees are able to control the tongue and the senses.
So, in this way, the devotees are able to control the tongue and the senses.
হইছে অন্য যে কৃষ্ণকে করায় ভজন জন্মে জন্মে শিরে ধরো তাহার চরণ
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu approved all methods employed in cooking and offering food to Krishna. Indeed, he was so pleased that he said, "Frankly, I will personally take the lotus feet of anyone who can offer Krishna such nice food and place those lotus feet on my head birth after birth."
মহা
So, this is a nice blessing by Lord Chaitanya.
So, this is a nice blessing by Lord Chaitanya.
And all the grihastas should be inspired to offer very opulent and nice prasadam to Lord Krishna.
All the grahastas should be inspired to offer nice opulent prasadam for the deities.
And that way Lord Chaitanya will also be very pleased.
So in that way, Lord Chaitanya will be also very pleased.
মহাপ্রভুকে না জানাইয়া প্রভুদয়কে তত্ত্বত আসন প্রধান প্রভু জানে তিন ভোগ কৃষ্ণের নৈবেদ্য আচার্যের মন কথা নহে প্রভুর বৈদ্য
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered the room, he saw 3 divisions of food, and he knew that all of these were meant for Krishna. However, he did not understand the intentions of Advaita Acharya.
Okay.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur states that one of these servings was offered in a metal dish and was meant for Krishna, whereas the other 2 were placed on a big banana leaves. The offering on the metal plate was personally offered by Advaita Acharya to Krishna. The other 2 servings on banana leaves were to be accepted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda. That was Advaita Acharya's intention, but he did not disclose this to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the food offered in 3 places, he thought all of it was meant for Krishna.
প্রভু ও আচার্য উভয়কে ভোজনে অনুরোধ প্রভু বলে বৈশ তিনে করে ভোজন আচার্য কহে আমি করিব পরিবেশন
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Let us sit down in these 3 places and we shall take prasadam." However, Advaita Acharya said, "I shall distribute the prasadam."
Lord Advaita is being the perfect grihastha.
Lord Advaita is being a very perfect grihastha.
And he's being the host and distributing the prasadam.
So he is being the host and distributing the prasadam.
So, in this way, he is showing the proper example for grihastha.
So in this way he is showing the proper example for the grihasthas.
প্রভুর উক্তি কোন স্থানে বসিব আর আনো 2 পাত অল্প করি আনি তাহে দেহ ব্যঞ্জন ভাত
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu thought that all three servings were meant for distribution. Therefore he asked for another 2 banana leaves, saying, "Let us have very little quantity of vegetable and rice."
Lord Chaitanya, being in his mood as a sannyasi,
Lord Chaitanya is being in the mood as a sannyasi.
just take a little prasad.
Just take a little prasad.
আচার্যের দুই প্রভুকে আসন প্রদান। আচার্য কহে বৈশ্য দোহে পিণ্ডার উপরে, এত বলি হাতে ধরি বসাইল দুহারে।
Advaita Acharya said, "Just sit down here on these seats." Catching their hands, he sat them both down.
প্রভুর বিধিমার্গে আচার্য চিত বৈরাগ্য লীলা। প্রভু কহে সন্ন্যাসীর ভক্ষ নহে উপকরণ, ইহা খাইলে কইছে হবে ইন্দ্রিয় বারণ।
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "It is not proper for a sannyasi to eat such a variety of food. If he does, how can he control his senses?" Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The word upakarana indicates a variety of foods such as dal, vegetables, and other varieties of possible dishes that one can eat very nicely with rice. It is not proper, however, for a sannyasi to eat such palatable dishes. If he did so, he would not be able to control his senses. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not encourage sannyasis to eat very palatable dishes, for the whole Vaishnava cult is Vairagya Vidya, as renounced as possible. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also advised Raghunath Das Goswami not to eat very palatable dishes, wear very nice garments, or to talk on mundane subjects. These things are all prohibited for those in the renounced order. A devotee does not accept anything to eat that is not first offered to Krishna. All the rich foods offered to Krishna are given to the grihasthas, the householders. There are many nice things offered to Krishna: garlands, bedsteads, nice ornaments, nice food, and even nicely prepared pan, betel nuts. But a humble Vaishnava, thinking his body is material and nasty, does not accept such preparations for himself. He thinks that by accepting such things, he will offend the lotus feet of the Lord. Those who are Sahajiyas cannot understand what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meant when he asked Advaita Acharya to bring the 2 separate leaves and give a small quantity of prasadam to him.
Lord Chaitanya wanted to take a little prasad.
Lord Chaitanya went to take a little prasadam,
Advaita Prabhu wants to offer him a feast.
but Advaita Prabhu wants to offer him a feast.
This is the dilemma.
So the Lord was in a dilemma.
গৌরগত প্রাণ আচার্যের প্রভুর ভোজনে অত্যাধিক নির্বন্ধন। আচার্য কহে ছাড়ো তুমি আপনার চুরি, আমি জানি তোমার সন্ন্যাসের ভারী ভুরি।
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not accept the food that had already been served, Advaita Acharya said, "Please give up your concealment. I know what you are, and I know the confidential meaning of your accepting the sannyas order."
So Advaita knows that he is actually Krishna.
So Advaita knows that he is actually Krishna.
And he taken sannyas for internal spiritual reasons.
So he had taken sannyas for internal spiritual reasons.
ভোজন করহ ছাড়ো বচন চাতুরি প্রভু কহে এত অন্ন খাইতে না পারি
Advaita Acharya thus requested Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to eat and give up juggling words. The Lord replied, I certainly cannot eat so much food.
আচার্য বলে অকপটে করহ আহার যদি না খাইতে পারো রহিবে কার
Advaita Acharya then requested the Lord to simply accept the prasadam without pretense. If he could not eat it all, the balance could be left on the plate.
So the remnants would be accepted by the devotees.
So the remnants would be accepted by the devotees
And Mahaprasad.
as Mahaprasad.
ভোজন পাত্রে অবশেষ রাখা সন্ন্যাসীর নিষেধ প্রভু বলে এত অন্ন নারিব খাইতে সন্ন্যাসীর ধর্ম নহে উচ্ছিষ্ট রাখিতে
Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I will not able to eat so much food, and it is not the duty of a sannyasi to leave remnants. According to Srimad Bhagavatam 11.18.19, whatever edibles of a sannyasi gets from a householder's house, he should take outside near some lake or river, and after offering the food to Vishnu, Brahma and the sun, 3 divisions, he should eat the entire offering and not leave anything for others to eat.
আচার্যের প্রভুকে অনুযোগ ও দীনতা আচার্য বলে নীলাচলে খাও 54 বার একবারে অন্ন খাও শত শত ভার
In this connection, Advaita Acharya referred to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's eating at Jagannath Puri. Lord Jagannath and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are identical. Advaita Acharya pointed out that at Jagannath Puri, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ate 54 times a day, and each time he ate many hundreds of pots of food.
Jagannath would take Chaitanya Bhog or Chaitanya Bhog? Huh? 56. It says
54 বার
Lord Jagannath would take Chapanna Bhog.
Lord Jagannath had a benediction that his hand would never dry.
Lord Jagannath had given a benediction that his hands would never dry.
He would be given so many offerings that after washing his hands, they stay wet by the next offering.
So he will be giving so many offerings that after washing his hand, when it is wet,
Before it could dry, it would be over again.
before it could dry, he will eat again. He would eat over again.
3 জনার ভক্ষপিণ্ড তোমারে গ্রাস তার লেখায় এই অন্ন নহে পঞ্চগ্রাস
Sri Advaita Acharya said, the amount of food that 3 people can eat does not constitute even a morsel for you. In portion to that, these edibles are not even 5 morsels of food for you.
since Lord Chaitanya's birthday is something tall, you eat a lot of prasada.
So since Lord Chaitanya is so big, he is 7 foot tall, so he should feed?
His prasada quantity is naturally big.
His prasadam quantity is naturally big.
মোর ভাগ্যে মোর ঘরে তোমার আগমন ছাড়হ চাতুরী প্রভু করহ ভোজন
Advaita Acharya continued, "By my great fortune, you have just come to my house. Please do not juggle words. Just begin eating and do not talk."
So like that, he's just insisting that the Lord take prasadam and don't talk so much.
So Advaita Acharya is just insisting the Lord, just take prasadam and do not talk too much.
প্রভুদয়কে পৃথক জলে আচমনান্তে ভোজনারম্ভ এত বলি জল দিল দুই গোসাইর হাতে হাসিয়া লাগিলা দুহে ভোজন করিতে
Upon saying this, Advaita Acharya supplied water to the two lords so that they could wash their hands. The two lords then sat down smiling, began to eat prasadam.
চৈতন্য ভাগবত বৃন্দাবন মধ্যে যেন গোপগণ সঙ্গে রামকৃষ্ণ ভোজন করেন সেই রঙ্গে
Appears of this Krishna and Balaram and joyfully taking prasadam in the middle of Vrindavan.
It appears as if Krishna and Balaram were joyfully taking prasadam in the middle of Vrindavan.
And with their cowherd boyfriends.
With their cowherd boyfriends. Happily
taking their lunch.
Happily taking their lunch.
সেই সব কথা প্রভু সবারে কইয়া ভোজন করেন প্রভু হাসিয়া হাসিয়া
Lord Chaitanya, he told those pastimes
Lord Chaitanya, he told those pastimes
to everyone as the Lord, as he was taking his lunch.
As he was taking his lunch,
the Lord was smiling and smiling.
The Lord was smiling and smiling.
কার শক্তি আছে ইহা সবর্ণিবারে তাহার কৃপায় যে বলান যাহারে
Who has the power to describe all those pastimes?
Who has the power to describe all those pastimes?
Only those who have received the mercy of the Lord.
Only those who have received the mercy of the Lord
is able to do so.
Is able to do so.
ভক্তগণের প্রভুর আবেশপাত্র লুণ্ঠন। ভোজন করিয়া প্রভু চলিলেন মাত্র, ভক্তগণ লুটি খাইলেন শেষ পাত্র।
Lord Chaitanya finished his prasadam,
As Lord Chaitanya finished his prasadam,
and as soon as he left,
and as soon as he left,
all the assembled devotees
all the assembled devotees
looted and ate his remnants.
looted and ate his remnants. The word shesha refers to the remnants of food and flower garlands offered to a deity. In the Vishwakosha dictionary, it is stated as such. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 11.6.46, it is stated, simply by decorating ourselves with the garlands, fragrant oils, clothes, and ornaments that you have already enjoyed, and by eating the remnants of your meals, we, your servants, will be indeed conquer your illusory energy. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, it is stated, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, yes, you have spoken correctly. The Shastras enjoin that the devotees can partake of everything left by Krishna.
Spiritual master leaves remnants for his disciples.
The spiritual master leaves the remnants for his disciples.
And the disciples very eagerly take his remnants of prasadam.
And the disciples very eagerly take his remnants of prasadam.
So this was followed by the associates of Lord Chaitanya.
So this was followed by the associates of Lord Chaitanya.
ভব্য ভব্য বৃদ্ধ সব হইলা শিশুমতি, এই মতো হয় বিষ্ণু ভক্তির শকতি।
Even the most respectable elderly persons
Even the most respectable of the elderly persons
acted like little children.
acted like little children.
This is the potency of devotional service to Lord Vishnu.
This is the potency of devotional service to Lord Vishnu. The word bhavya means, despite being situated at a mature age, many grave persons acted like children as a result of devotional service to Vishnu. They exhibited childish restlessness. According to the Medini dictionary, the word bhavya has three meanings: auspiciousness, truthfulness, and qualification.
Sometimes, in His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada would leave prasadam.
Sometimes, when His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada would leave prasadam,
I remember in Boston in 1969,
I remembered in Boston in 1969,
he left his plate of prasad,
he left his plate of prasad
some remnants.
with some remnants.
When he drove off, I ran up
When,
to get the prasad.
when he got up, I ran up to get the prasadam.
Someone else was already there.
but someone was already there.
And then I came and I took
So I took some of them.
and the Pujari, what are you doing?
And the Pujari said, what are you doing?
Scolded us.
And he scolded us.
We we had our putti,
So we had the puri,
roti,
putti, morsel.
uh, so one time one of Prabhupada's servants would give them a laddu of a gulab jamun.
One time Prabhupada's servant gave him laddu or gulab jamun
From Srila Prabhupada. And he put it on his plate.
from Srila Prabhupada. He put on his plate
He was looking at it,
and he was looking at it.
and then someone else grabbed it and ate it.
And someone grabbed it and he ate it.
And he took my gulab jamun.
And he told Srila Prabhupada, this boy, he took my gulab jamun.
Prabhupada said, what can I do?
Prabhupada said, what can I
There's
do?
no rule for taking Mahaprasad.
There is no rule for taking
You
Mahaprasad.
didn't take from me. Well, please don't do it.
You can take from me, but please don't do it.
So, being so much ecstatic,
So,
they're very grave, sober, elderly people.
being so much in ecstatic, very grave, sober, elderly people,
They became like children just to take the remnants of the prasadam of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
they became like children and take the remnants of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus ends the chapter. Advaita Acharya feeds Lord Chaitanya, Lord Nityananda and all the devotees.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.